Well, welcome. It's Wednesday evening. Here we are, Wednesday evening, and we're going to go for just a quick session here. Again, we're going to go back to the 3V set. We're going to go back and try now the 6554. Tried a different set, also used for place bets up there at the top. 6554, I haven't used it much here on the channel, but we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. We've been using the 3V pretty exclusively, yeah, there you go. So I'm not the shooter right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the old grab and go and get these dice out there. So here you go. There's the grab. There's the go. 549. 549. There we go. 549. Let's go ahead and put that in. And I didn't even click this, so here we are. Got to put that in on 5-4. There we go. All right, so we're gonna go low budget here. We only got $500 to play with, so we're at a $10 table. So we're gonna go with 88 inside. We'll still play Split the Sisters. What do you know? We always do that. All right, it's so good. I just find there's a good return. Lowers the risk. Hello, Coffee. Welcome back. We're back on Split the Sisters. We got a $500 bankroll. This particular table's got a $10 minimum, so we are able to bet a little lower on this one. And we're going to go ahead and use a different set. So previously we've been going 3V. This one, we're not only going to just do the 3V, but we're also going to be doing the 6554. So 6554 also good for place bets. So there's 6-5, there's a 5-4, right? So 6-5 on the top, 5-4 on the front. So you go 6-5 on the left die and then 5-4 on the right. So there you go. Dice are set. All right. There we go. Oh yes. What's our point? I don't even remember. The heck did we just roll? 4? No, we already rolled a 9. There we go. So there we go. Our points on the 9. Let's go. 6-5-5-4. Dice are out. 6-2-8. There we go. 6-2-8. Another inside number. What a great thing to have, right? 6-2-8. All right, so we'll get the $28 from the 9, right? And we're going to lower that down on the outside to 10. So there we go. And now we've got 66 inside. We've won 28. So yeah, really we only have $40 at risk. Kind of nice, right? We're not going to win a lot, but we're also not going to lose a lot. It'll be a slow and steady march to $100. All right, so 5-6 yo. There it is, 5-6 yo. Okay, so we'll go back to that 6-5-5-4 on the set. 6-5, and there's the 5-4. All right, so dice are set. Dice are out. It's 1 something. I can't really see. Maybe you get 1-4-5. Hey. What do you know? Inside number. Wonderful. 1-4-5. So let's go ahead and put that in. 4-1-5. I guess it'd be the same. So now we're $42 up. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce everything down. I'm going to take everything down and go back to 44 inside. There we go. Now, if disaster strikes, we're out $2. I can handle that. Okay. And this is where we just start building. Okay. So let's start building. 6-5-5-4 has been working. Let's stick with that for the moment. 6-5-5-4. There we go. Dice are set. Dice are coming out. 6-4-10. I don't have that yet. 4s and 10s off limits so far until we get some money. But 6-4-10 is what we'll put in. And we'll go ahead and get it ready for the next one. All right. Again, 6-5-5-4. I don't know when we'll switch over to the 3V, but at some point we may. I don't know. If we're not hitting numbers, maybe. All right, 6, 5, 5, 4. Dice are set. And dice are out. Still going right back around that corner. There it is. 516. 516. What a great number. All right, there we go. 516. So we win again. Now we're up 14. I got a $10 minimum table, so I can't put. Man, so tough to decide if I want to cover a 4 or a 10 or press the inside numbers. But you know, when you hit the 10 once. You know what? I'm going to take my $14. I'm just going to let that one sit there for a minute, and then I'll think about it. All right. 6, 5, 5, 4. Right? 6, 5, 5, 4. There it is. All right, dice are set. Dice are out. 516. Super. This one is great because it's set up for those inside numbers. 516. Let's go ahead and put that in. 516. There it is. And we're going to take 12 of that, put it right back on the 6. There we go. So our 6 is up to $24 now. Again, the way I play this, I've already gotten out of this hand, so all that money that's out there is profit. So if disaster strikes, I'm okay with it going away. So I'm going to leave it out there and just let it ride and see how far we can take this. Right, there we go. We got 24 on the 6. It would be nice to hit it again, right? Nice to hit that one again. So if we hit it once with the 6, 5, 5, 4, let's try it again. 6, 5, 5, 4. There we are. So dice are set. Dice are coming out. No, don't like that one. 6, 5, yo. That's way all over the place. 6, 5, yo, everybody's favorite. There it is. 6, 5, yo. I don't like the way that landed. 6, 5. I don't like where that landed. That landed way up too close to the wall. If not hitting the wall, I'll have to go back and review that one. But if you're trying to see where I'm trying to hit, let me walk over here. I'll show you. So what I'm trying to do is I am trying to hit right in this area, right? Oh, you can't see it. There you go. Sorry. I'm trying to hit right in this area, right? Between the pass line and the wall. Go small bounce, boom, boom, and then come right back down. Anywhere in here. That's why I said that last one, 6, 5. It hit the wall and then kind of went all over the place. I'm trying to keep it on axis, on the rotation, hit right here, bounce the wall, and let it just drop in. So that's what I'm trying to do. All right, so let's try that again. What was that? Yo? Yeah, 6, 5, yo. 6, 5, yo, 5, 6, yo. 6, 5, 5, 4. Here we are. Dice are set. Now, I just showed you where I'm trying to go. That's my target. Again, like bowling, you have a target where the ball is supposed to be rolling. Dice out. 5, 3, 8. Wasn't exactly on target, but close enough, right? So 5, 3, 8. It hit little early, and so if there was actually chips on that pass line, it would have hit the chips, and that's a really bad thing. So 5, 3, 8. Just because of the superstition, if you hit the chips, it's going to be a bad number. So we're going to take this and press the 12 up to 24 as well, right? So we just won 14. We'll put 12 of that back out there on the 8 since it just hit. Okay, so we've got $68 out there now. $68 on the table. Well, let's keep going with that same dice set. 6, 5, 5, 4. There it is. Dice are set. And dice are out. Remember where I'm trying to shoot my target, the landing target. There we go. Pretty good. 5, 4, 9. All right. So 5, 4, 9. Here we are. 5, 4, 9. I didn't have that one pressed up, but that's okay. 549. Again, oh, that was the point. Wonderful. So we're back on the come out roll. Come out rolls, grab and go. Let's grab and go. All right. Come out roll. Here's the grab. There it is. Here's the go. 538. 538 on the come out roll. There we go. And we'll just go put that in. And our bets are still going to be active now once we have the point established. There we go. So 538. Let's move this over here. Oh, we won that last $14. Do we want to put it out there? You know what? I'll press $5 on the 5 and 9 each. So those are now 15. All right. So I'll take 10 of that 14 and spread it across two different numbers. All right. Now we just roll some numbers. Here we go. 6554. Let's go with the 6554. There it is. Easy to set those up. Dice are set. Dice are out. Watch that landing zone. Pretty good. Again, right on the dice area. I can't see what that is. It's a 549. 549. I'm glad I pressed it. Right? That's what we're here to do. Press numbers, make money. All right. So we've got 54. Let's put that in. 549. There we go. Okay, look at what we've got. Look at the net. We have hit our goal. Up here on the top, net profit, $119. I've hit the target again. Yeah, so I'm happy with this strategy, to split the sisters. But we'll see if we can get some more. We don't have the 4 and the 10, and I just have a feeling those are going to be coming out. So I'm going to take that 21 that I just got and keep $1 and put $20 out there. 10 on the 4, 10 on the 10, and let's see if we can't hit some of those. Those pay 2 to 1 or just under 2 to 1, so that'd be really a nice little profit. Yep, hit the goal. Very nice. You can see it. That's this system. I'm happy with winning $100 and going home. We'll try for 200. That'd be the next one, right? So the goal is now we don't go below 100, and we're shooting for 150 to 200 and somewhere in there. All right, so we'll stick with that 6554. There's 65, there's the 54. All right, so dice are set. Dice are coming out. Again, the strategy's so good. Too hard. I don't like that throw. 4-4 hard 8. Boy, did I get lucky. Okay, 4-4. Not playing the hard ways, not playing any prop bets, nothing special, just a straight up numbers, right? There we go, 4-4. Boom. I'm liking this dice set, the 6554. Oh, that was our point. Wonderful. So, yeah, now we've got the come out, so I'll bring our point down. There we go. All right, so come out roll, again, grab and go. There's the grab, there's the go. 6-5 yo, frontline winner, so everybody on the pass line is going to be making money. I'm not on the pass line, I'm just betting the numbers, so let's put that one in. 6-5 yo. We're on a 13 roller. And this will be a 14 roller, regardless of what rolls, because we can't lose. There's nothing we can lose. All right, so here's a grab and a go. All right, 5-4. So we got the 9 there. Come right around. Oops, I knocked that one over. I don't know if you saw that. Maybe you did. There we go. 5-4. 5-4 is the point. There we go. Puck out on the 9. All right. So let's go ahead and put that in. 5-4 becomes the point. I'm not changing any of the bets. I've got $100 out there, and that would make $49 of profit. So I'm okay with that. Let's go. But now we're up to 147. So again, if we wanted to just pull the money down right now and leave, we're okay to do that because that was our goal. But that's not as much fun. Let's just see how far we can push this. All right, 6-5-5-4. There it is. Dice are set. Dice are coming out. Right there, perfect. 5-4-9. Did you see where that landed? I did, and I liked it. 5-4. There we are, 549. Let's put that in. 549. Another $21. And that was our point. That's called a buckshot. When you get the point established and you hit it instantly, pull that right back. All right, so that's called a buckshot. Off we go. There we go, grab and go. We're back out on another point. There's the grab. There's the go. 415. There we go. 415. Super. Let's go put that in. All right, our bets, we're going to leave them the same. We're at 168 profit now. That's what we like to see. We have $100 out on the table, and we're using that $100 in order to make more money. You can see every roll we're either winning 21 or 25. On the 4 and 10, we're going to be winning 9 to 5, so those will pay $18 each. Again, almost a 2-to-1 bet. They don't hit that often, but I don't want it to hit when I'm up and I have profit to throw out on the table and take advantage of some of those almost 2-to-1 wins. So here we go. We'll stick with that 6554. 6554. All right, so dice are set. Dice are coming out. Little short. Little short. I don't know what it did. I can't see it, just like you can't. Let's see. 415. I don't think you could see it. 415. Another number. Sounds good. 41. It pays 21. Oh my gosh, another buckshot. That was out there and it came right back, right? So out on the 5 and right back. That's back-to-back buckshots. That's pretty crazy. What is that? How many points have we hit? We have hit, we started with a 9 and we hit the 9. Then we went to the 8 and we hit the 8. And then we went to the 9 again and then the 5. So we've hit 4 points, 3 different points altogether. That's a pretty good, lots of money winnings in Vegas if you're betting the fire bet. So we don't have any fire bets placed. It's pretty hard to hit, so we'll see. All right, come out, roll, grab and go. There we go. 426. Loving these dice rolls. 426. All right. Put this puck out on the 6. Let's go ahead and enter that in here. 426. There we are. We're going to leave our bets the same. All right, so we're almost to that $200 spot that we said we were going to go for. All right, so pretty crazy, right? Another buckshot, yeah. All right, so here we go. 6564. No, I'm sorry, 6554. 6554. There we go. All right, so dice are set, dice are out. Perfect. 6-6. I would say hard 12, but there's no easy 12. So yeah, that's a 12 box cars, right? If we were playing the ATS, which is these up here across the top, I think we'd be doing pretty good. But that wasn't our goal for this session. Our session goal was just make $100 to $200, and we've done that somewhere at the $100 to $200. Again, if I lose $98, I'm still going to be happy. But I'd like to hit some more numbers, please. Let's go. All right. There we go. Now we're out. 6554. Seems to be such a great dice set today. All right. This dice are set. Here we go. Little short. 6-5 yo. There it is. 6-5 yo. I know we've hit that one already, so that wouldn't help us at all with the ATS. That would have already been marked. 6-5. Again, doesn't help us, doesn't hurt us. Now, what I don't like is the 2 horn bets. So those are called horn bets. Why? You can see down here the 12 and the 11, and this is the 3, and down in here you can see all the 4 of those are the horn bets. Let's see, 2, 3, 11, and 12. When I hit 2 of those in a row, and I'm not betting them, when I hit 2 of those in a row and I'm not betting them and I haven't made any money, I get a creepy feeling for the next throw. So just be warned. If that happens, you heard it here first, right? So let's lock in our bets. We got that 6-6 and then a 6-5. My personal superstition, right? This game is full of superstitions, but there it is. My personal one. If I get 2 horn bets and I wasn't betting them back to back, the next roll isn't pretty. All right, let's see if that works. 6-5, 5-4. There we go. 6-5, 5-4. Dice are set. Dice are out. Six, 4, 10. Oh boy, I'm glad that did not go the way I thought it would. All right, 6, 4, 10. Again, that's $18, right? Because that's almost a 2-to-1 bet there. 6, 4. Glad we were on it. That pays 18 something with change, so they just rounded to 19 apparently. I don't know why. We're at 208. Look at that, 208. So we're 100. Even if we lose right now, we're still $110 up. So we've hit our goal. We've left the table. We've cashed out. Maybe not. All right. Do we regress and pull some of this down? I don't think so. I'm going to take 22 and press the inside. So that's going to be a 5 on the 5, a 6 on the 6, a 6 on the 8, and a 5 on the 9. So I'm going to hit this one. Now you can see those are going up. I've pressed. I took $22, which of that 19 was just off that last roll. I pressed the inside. So we've got 120 out there, hoping to capitalize on this fantastic roll, right? How many rolls is that so far? That was 21. That's such a good roll. Let's not stop, right? 6, 5, 5, 4. Dice are set. And dice are out. 6, 5, 5, 4. Here we go. Perfect. 5, 3, 8. You see where that landed? And it just stopped. That is like when you're bowling and you get it right in the pocket, boom, and the pins explode. Yeah, pretty wild. Okay, let's look at the distribution when we get on the when we get back on in Crapsy there. But 5, 3, 8. Let's go ahead and enter the 5, 3, 8. I'm glad I pressed it because it pays more now, right? So 5, 3, 8. 5, 3, 8. We have 30 on there. It's going to pay 35. So that's huge. Okay. We're at 243. The larger we get these things out there, the faster we get more money. Now, I'm going to press those again one more time. That's going to be 22 on the inside. So I'm taking 22 of the 35 that we just won. The roll distribution is crazy. Yeah, we haven't hit 2, 3, or 4, but we would have hit the tall. So if we were betting the ATS, let's come back over here, and we were betting this one, the big ones right there. That says any money in here you would have put, you have to hit the 8, the 9, the 10, 11, and 12 for the shooter. All these markers would have been put down there. And that pays 30 to 1. So if we had $5 on there, that would have been another 150. We're not playing that today, but pretty good to know we would have made it. All right, so again, we're on the point. There's a 6. We're on the winning streak here. So 6, 5, 5, 4. We're going to keep that going because why not, right? All right, the dice are set. Dice are out. Here we go. Little short. 617. Okay, and it's got to come sometime, and so that I don't want to be sad when it comes, and I won't be if I'm using the house's money. And I like to look at it that way, right? I know people are like, oh no, it was your money, you won it. It wasn't the house's money at all. But I couldn't have this money out there if I didn't win it earlier. So 617, we lose 142. And even though we lost $142, we still have $101 profit. That's wild, right? So I could have been up, let's see, 142, I would have been up $243, right? So I could have stopped there, but how do you know when to stop? We could have said, hey, there would have been another 100 rolls, right? Without the 7. So we don't know, we never know. But yeah, look at that, 23 roller before we got the 7, all right? And that usually means there's going to be a lot of those bad numbers coming up now because That's how the math works. We've got to balance that. Let's go back in there. Look at the top on the roll distribution. Let me close this out. Look back up at the top on the roll distribution. This is supposed to be with infinite number of rolls. This is a perfect bell curve, right? And so we can see it has to balance itself out just because of the math. And that doesn't mean it has to balance itself out in 10 rolls or 20 rolls. It could balance itself out over 200, 300 rolls. But trust me, it will, right? So there's going to be a lot of those coming. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of those coming. And now we can switch our betting strategy at this point to take advantage of that if we really think that's what's going to happen, right? So here we go. Let's go with the grab and go. There it is, 415. Now, oh yeah, we lost that one there. 415. 415 is the point, right? So there we go. 4-1. You can see the point. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll play the dark side. I'll play the dark side. And that's what we call it here. I'm going to put $50 on, I'm going to put $60 on the don't come, right? So the way the don't come works, if you're not familiar with it, on this very one roll that I'm going to put out there right now, if I roll a 7 or an 11, that instantly loses. And if I roll a 2 and a 3, it instantly wins, and those are all even money. If I roll a 12, nothing happens, because you can see it's a push on the 12 there, bar 12. And any other number I roll is going to be one of these. Okay, so it would be nice if I got a 2 or 3 right now, because that's going to pay me an even money $60, right? So let's go. What's a good set to throw a 7? I don't know. Maybe an all 7 set. Is that what it is? Let's try it. That's a 4-5-3-2, right? Why is it a 4-5-3-2? If we look here, let's look together. 4-5. There's a 4-5, and here's the 3-2, right? So there's a 7. You can see there's a 7. There's a 7. There's a 7. And there's a 7. Everything's a 7, right? So that's called the all 7 set. 4-5-3-2. If I can keep that on axis in the rotations, would we get a 7? That'd be great. Now, I don't want to do that just yet, right? So I would like to get a box number, because our money loses on that. So let's go 6-5-5-4 right now. So hopefully we get that inside number. All right, there we go. Dice are set. Let's go ahead and get this maybe on an inside number. Did we have a point yet? Yeah, we have the 5. I'm going to put the 5 out. There you go. Puck's on the 5. All right, 6-5-5-4. Dice are set. Let's go. 5-1-6. Now, that isn't the best number for our strategy that we're doing right here, but we go 5-1-6. So we didn't lose straight away, but 6 is a really easy number to hit. 5-1-6. So you can see that $60 that I put now moves over to above the 6, and it's on the don't side. The top of that's the don't side, right? So anything up here. So now this is opposite of when we had our money down here. I don't want a 6. I don't. If I roll a 6, this is gone. If I roll the 7, which we haven't had any of, or except for 1, this is going to win even money. Now, here's a little thing I like to do. I'm going to win $60 when a 7 comes. In the meantime, I like to make some money. Let's put $30 of it there. Let's put 15 here and 15 here. Now, as long as I don't hit the 6, and I hit a 5, 8, 9, which is what we were doing before, then I'm making money. Now, if the 7 comes, I win 60 and I lose 60, so it's a push. In the meantime, I'm hoping I'm rolling 5, 8, 9, right? But we're going to do the all 7 set just to see what that does. Okay, so we're going to stick with the all 7 set that I showed a second ago. And we're going to see what does that do. And the all 7 set, if you recall, was the 4, 5, 3, 2. So we go with the 4, 5, 3, 2. There we go. So 4, 5, 3, 2. Dice are set. I don't want a 7. I'm just trying to test out this dice set. And in the meantime, if I happen to roll one of those numbers, make some money. 426. That is the worst number we could have rolled. Absolute worst number. So, not good, but let's, we got to play it out, right? So, again, I would have been already off the table. So this is all fictitious play because I wouldn't be doing this. But, all right, so the $60 is gone. Let's go get it again. All right, let's go put that 60 bucks back out there and try it one more time. Hopefully we don't get a 7 because not only will we lose that 60, we'll also lose the other 60 between the 5, the 8, and the 9, which would be really bad. All right, I'm just going to do grab and go for these. I'm not going to do any dice sets. So grab and go. There we go. 4, 1, got a 5. We made some money. There we go. 4, 1. Let's put it in. 4, 1. So winner 5. There we go. That $60 goes to the 5. I'm going to move this up here, but it's also got to be 18. So there we go. I'm going to turn those bets off for you. There we go. Because we hit the point, right? That was the point. So there we go. The point was 5. And so now we're on the come out roll. Grab and go. Here we go. 4. Doesn't hurt us, doesn't harm us. 4, 3, 1. Not a problem. Now, again, we don't want the 5. Hopefully you understand. We don't want the 5 because that'll blow us up just like it did on the 6. But I would like a 6 or an 8 or a 9. As a matter of fact, very much. I would like a 6 or an 8 or a 9. Let's try the 3V set. 3, 2, 3, 6. Why not? We haven't done that one tonight. All right, 3, 2, 3, 6 dice are out. 5, 3, 8. Wonderful. Watch this. This is why I do this. Okay. So here we go. 5, 3. Watch this. This is going to be so cool. 5, 3. Watch what happens. I have $30 on the 8. I just won $35. Okay. And I'm just going to sit here and collect. That's all I'm going to do while I'm waiting to get even with that 5. $60 on that don't on the 5. Right. So I'm just keep rolling 8s. How great is that? Right. All right, 3V, that was a 3, 2, 3, 6. Let's stick with it. 3, 2, 3, 6, dice are set. Six, 4, 10. Does not affect us either way. 6, 4, 10. All right, let's go again. We're looking for that 6, 8, 9. 6, 8, 9. 3V set, 3, 2, 3, 6. Let's see what we could do with it. Dice are set, dice are out. Let's go. 5, 4, 9. We made some money. Hey, what do you know? Right, 5, 4. And guess what? When that bad number comes, we should make our money back. Or it'll be a wash. So 5, 4, 9. Another $21. Let's just keep riding this. Okay? There we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. 3, 2, 3, 6. There we are. Dice are set. Dice are coming out. A little short. 6, 2, 8. Oh, what a great number, right? We were hoping for more of those. There it is. We got it. 6, 2, 8. That's another 35. And you can see now we're up to 153. Even though a minute ago we lost 60, and before that we lost 142. We're still up $153. Now, this roller you can see up on the top right. This particular roller we've made 50 bucks. I'm going to go up on the 9 for $5, and I'm going to go up on the 6 for $6. Make a little extra money now that we have profit. Because again, when we roll the bad number, this will cancel out, and well, it would have canceled out all of them and it would have been a wash, but now it'll be just slightly off. Still a good deal because of the profit that we have going here. So let's stick with that 3, 6, 3, 2, 3, 6, right? seem to be going great. Let's not change anything. If it's broke, fix it. If it's not, don't. Is that the same? Okay. Dice are set. And 437. So good. Because guess what happens? We don't really cry. Watch this. 4-3. So we're going to lose $14. That's the little extra I have out there. So we'll do this again. Putting the 60 on the don't. Again, it's got to balance itself out. So you look up on the top on that roll distribution. We've only hit 2 7s in 33 rolls. It's pretty crazy, but it will balance itself out. So let's go 60. You know what? Let's get crazy. Let's put 100 out there. And then, because we would have already been off the table. So we'll put 100 out there and do a grab and go, figure out what our point is. There we go, boom. 3, 2, 5. Only thing that would have killed us right there, 7 or 11, right? So there you go, 3, 2, 5. Let's put that point back in on Crapsy. And so we go 3, 2. There we go. So now I've got $100 to play with. Right, so I'm going to put 30 on, there's 75, $85. I still have $15. I'll put it on the 10. Got $15. Look at that. I've got $100 out there. And this, because it's on the don't pass, is actually tied to the 5. So we don't want a 5, right? If we roll a 5, we lose all of that black chip right there. In the meantime, I want to roll and get some of these numbers up here, right? So let's do this. Well, 3, 2, 3, 6 seemed to work good. So let's stick with that. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice are set. Dice are coming out here. 5, 3. Pretty awesome. You could do that all day, right? 5, 3. All right, watch this. 5, 3. Another $35, and I'm going to let it ride. Okay, so there we go. 5, 3, made another 35. Let's roll some numbers. 3, 2, 3, 6. There we go. Dice are set. Dice are coming out. 5, 3, 8. Did it again. Another 35, right? So in 2 rolls, that's $70. That's pretty cool. 5, 3. Now, in the real world, would I do this? Probably not, but guess what? We were up. So even that don't pass, that $100 that we put on the don't pass would be covered, right? Would be covered from our previous profits. So, all right, here we are. Come out roll 3, not a come out roll, but the next roll, 3, 2, 3, 6. Hope you're entertained. Hoping you're enjoying and learning. All right, here we go. Dice are set. Coming out. 3, 2, 5. That's the only one. That's the only one we didn't want. I mean, it's. Boy, I was surprised the 7's not coming. Right? 3, 2, 5. 3, 2. What did that do? It lost us $100, right? And then, of course, we hit the point. So this is coming. This is coming off the table there. Same shooter though, don't forget, we're still on the same shooter. But we're down $30 on this shooter. So we won 70, lost 100. Ouch, right? So that's the pitfall with this strategy. Watch, this might be the other pitfall with this strategy if it doesn't go how we want it to. All right, grab and go. 4. That's a wonderful number for this strategy. 4 is hard, one of those harder numbers to hit statistically. So we're going to put that in, and you can see the 4 way over on the side. We'll leave our $100 out there, just like it was, right? And you know what? I'm going to take that 15 off the 10, and I'm going to put it over to the 5. There we go. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to put 20 on the. Whoa, not 200. I'm going to put 20 on the 9 and 20 on the 5. So we still have our $100 evenly spread out. Okay, there we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. Were we happy with that? I mean, we rolled a 5. It's supposed to roll a 5, and that's what it did. Not supposed to roll a 5 now. It's not supposed to roll a 4, and that's where our big money's tied up. So let's go. 3, 2, 3, 6. Felt pretty good. 6, 4, 10. Not really supposed to get one of those, but it did. At least I'm not on the 10, right? Could be on the 10. Oh, I moved my money off the 10, didn't I? And I put it over on the 5 and 9. We would have made some money there. $15 on that thing would have paid almost 30 bucks. But, ay. You can only put so much out there, right? So here, let's do this. Let's put $15 on the 10. That'll pay our 30. And in the event we roll a 7, we lose all of this, which is going to be $15 in the hole. So we'll take a $15 risk on this to make 30 bucks if it comes up again. Hope you understand that. All right. 3, 2, 3, 6. 3, 2, 3, 6. There it is. Dice set coming out. Oh, that felt great. 12. Doesn't help us, doesn't hurt us. Boxcars. This is one heck of a roll distribution now, I'll tell you. It doesn't happen like this all the time, and when it does, you make money, right? Out of 40 rolls, only 2 7s, the most common number to hit, have been rolled. That is wild. All right, let's press on. All right, 3, 2, 3, 6, 3V, right? There we go. Those inside numbers. Dice are set, and dice are out. Kind of weird bounce there. Yeah, did you see how that bounced? It didn't hit in the right spot. So let me show you that. I can't rewind it or anything, but I'll walk around and show you. When it hit, I don't know if you saw that, it hit right on the rubber, not on the table. So it hit the rubber and it kind of bounced up and out. What did it roll? Look right there, 6-1. 6-1. That's why I said, right when you let go, you know what that thing's going to be. Okay, so let's put that in. Now we do lose our $15 on the 10, but the rest of it we made it back from that original don't pass, that $100 down there at the bottom you can see. All right, so let's do this one more time with the $100 on the dark side. That's what we call it, right? So here we go. Dice, grab, go. And 4 is our point again. There you go. 4 is the point. Now, some of you are thinking, if you didn't put any of that other money out there, you would have just made $100. That's correct. So let's do that, okay? So let's put the point out as the 4. Points the 4. And all we do is sit here and wait for the 7. And we're not going to make any money, but we're also not going to lose any money. Or we could put $50 out on the numbers and make $50 profit when it comes back. But let's just play out. Oh, this could take forever though. Nobody wants that, right? So 3, 1, 4. Did I already put that in? No. Let's put it in. 3, 1. That's our point. Our money's good. It's safe. But the way these dice have been rolling, this is just crazy. But let's try it. All right. So let's go back to the all 7 set and let's see if we can force the 7. The all 7 set, if you recall, was the 4, 5, 3, 2. So 4, 5, 3, 2. There it is, all 7. And if we can get a 7 right now, man, that'd be great, right? $100. So there we go. Dice are out. Just keeping them on access. 5, 3, 8. Would have made some money if we had some out there. Again, you can't do everything all the time, but it seems like it's always the opposite of what you bet, right? So I'm like, I'm not betting the numbers, and so the numbers are coming. And then I start betting the numbers, and the 7 starts hitting. And that's just how this game goes. It's like if I had done it backwards, I would have made twice the money I thought I was going to make, etc. Anyways, there's a 5, 3, 8. Let's keep going. Play this out. Again, it was the 4, 5, 3, 2. There's the 4, 5, and 3, 2. All right, all 7 set. There we go. Dice out. 6, 5, yo. Again, doesn't hurt, doesn't help. Let's enter it in. All right, and then let's get it going. We want $100. We would like $100, please. Yeah, we'll just do grab and go. There we go. Grab, go. Does that ever work? Is that a 1? It's not. It's a 12. All right. 6, 6 coming in. The 12. I would like to see that $100. $100, right? So, grab and go. 3, 1, 4, unreal. We are rolling numbers today. Ouch. 3, 1. Winner 4? No, that was a loser 4. We're $6 in the hole. So, again, we would not have been playing like that if this was the real casino with the real money. We would have been off the table when we were up 200. That was our goal, somewhere between 100, 200. Do we keep going? Look at that, 46 rolls, 3 7s. That's wild. 7 out ratio. Do you see up here on the top, SOR, 7 out ratio? That's 12 rolls before we get the 7. That's what that averages out to. That is crazy. All right, well, we've got $500 plus a $500 rebuy. I say we get crazy with it. Why not, right? All right, so we're gonna put 200 inside. All right, 220. We'll work to come out and see what we can do as far as making money. We're rolling numbers. Why shouldn't it work, right? All right, 3, 2, 3, 6. Was that working? I guess it was. 3, 2, 3, 6. All right, dice are set. Dice are out. Two, 2, hard 4. That's a number, just not one of the ones we've got. Why aren't we playing it? Trying to use money. 2, 2. All right, let's do that then. All right, 50 and 50, another 100. So we've got $320 out there. 320 across. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna try and make some money. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice are set. All right, here they come. 5, 3, 8. All right, 5, 3, 8. Still rolling numbers. Super. 5, 3. Made $70. Okay. I'm going to go 25, 25. I'm going to go all across. Let's watch this. It's going to go from 320 to 480. So that's another 150, 60, 160 bucks. All right. One roll like this, and then we'll reduce. And whenever you say that, bad things happen. One more roll, right? One more roll. All right, 3, 6, 3, 2, 3, 6. Here we go. Whenever you say that, one more roll. Dice are set. There comes the dice. Dice are out. 1, 2, 3. Nothing happened. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. I want numbers. Let's go out again. Boom. All right. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice are set. Dice are out. 5, 3, 8. Oh boy, we're making money. All right. 5, 3, 8. We made 105 on that. 105. I'm going to press 110 on the inside. All right, there we go. So we've got 590 out there. But guess what? We're rolling numbers. We're making money. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. Oops, wrong one. 3, 2, 3, 6. There we go. Dice are set. Three, 1, 4. That's a good one. We're using the numbers, right? We're betting them all. 3, 1, 4. That was $146. All right. Let's work the come out. They always say don't work the come out. We're going to work the come out. Why? Because we're rolling numbers. All right. I would like a number that I want to make money on. So I'll set up a 3, 2, 3, 6 again. Why not? All right. Dice are set. Dice are out. One, 2, 3 again. Should be the 1, 2, 3 set, man. That keeps coming up, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, we will work to come out one more time. 3, 2. 3, 6. There it is. All right, dice are set. Dice are out. Too far. 1, 2, 3. I told you it's the 1, 2, 3 set. That's pretty crazy. All right, there it is. 1, 2, 3. And that SOR is climbing. Remember, it was just under 12. Now it's 13.0. Crazy. All right, we're still trying to get a point. This is still a come out roll. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice are out. 6, 6, 12. What kind of madness is this? Can't get a point, right? 6, 6, 12. All right, there we go. Still trying for that money. 3, 2, 3, 6. Oh, I just got a bad feeling about this one, but I'm going to push through. Here we go. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice are set. 6, 3, 9. Push through, right? 6, 3, 9. Now I said get one more and reduce a little bit. We're at 450 in profit. All right, we'll take it down to 320 across. That's kind of what we're at on our shooter profit, so I'm okay with that. We went a little high, but we're back. Again, math, it will catch us, won't it? All right, 3, 2, 3, 6. All right, dice are set. 3, 3. Hard 6. That was a $70 profit. So good. Okay. Let's go. All right. 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice are set. Dice are out. 4, 2, 6. 4, 2, 6. Another $70. We'll keep going here. We're $500 up on this shooter. 3, 2, 3, 6. We'll ride this one out. Dice are set. Kind of an explosion there. 3, 1, 4. Still a good number. We're covered on all of them. Oh, they rolled over, but you saw it. That says 3, 6, but it was actually a 3, 1. There you go. 3, 1. $98. Man, how am I not pressing? We'll go 44 inside. There we go. All right, we're up $700. Three, 2. 3, 6. I don't want to give back everything I just got. I just hate that. All right, dice are set, dice are out. Three, 2, 5. There we go. Now, had we left it up at that $100 per number level, oh, geez, that'd be pretty crazy. 3, 2, 5. But you never know. I mean, there's a balance between putting everything out there and the balance of keeping some of your profit. So using money to make money and keeping some in your pocket and not giving it all back. Look at the net, 777. Is that a bad sign? In craps it might be, right? Not in blackjack, that'd be a good thing. But here, maybe that's a sign that we should have stopped betting. There we go, dice are set, dice are out. Five, 3, 8. Oh good, it wasn't a sign. There we are, 5, 3, 8. And yes, we still are pressing. Look at that, 5, 3. So that doesn't pay $70 anymore. Now that pays $84. All right, so our new goal is 1,000. How long will it take us to get there? We got 364 out, and we have 760 in profit. I'm gonna go. There we go. All right, we're back up to the $100 level on the 6 and 8. That's just a lot. So we have 474 at risk, but this will help us get to that $1,000 marker real quick, assuming the dice continue to cooperate. 3, 2, 3, 6. There we are. Dice are set. Here's the dice are out. 5, 4, 9. Dice are cooperating. 5, 4, 9. Let's put it in and make some more money. That takes us up to $980. Now, if my goal was to get 1,000 and stop, I would do a $20 iron cross bet. Matter of fact, let's do that, right? So if you don't know what the iron cross is, let's go ahead and cover that. The iron cross is the 5, the 6, the 8, and the field. That covers everything except the 7. And so my goal is 20 bucks. I'm gonna put 20 bucks right here on this one. And then I gotta put enough on the 5, 6, and 8. So if they hit, I lose 20, I still make 20. So I don't know what that is. Let's put this money out there and see what it does. All right, so in order to make 20 and lose 20 there. So if I go 35, 35, 7, 49, 29, 30 is, how much does that pay? 30 pays 35. That's losing 20. So I don't know. Let's just go 35. Let's just go 35. It'll be close enough. I don't want to do the math right now. But there we go. We got the 35. So if you look here, we've got in the field bet. We got the 2, the 3, the 4, then the 5, the 6. We don't want the next one, and then 8, and then back to the field. 9, 10, 11, 12. Every single number will hit and give us $20 as long as it's not the bad one. If it is the bad one, we lose 125. Let's just go for any number. 2 and 12 pay double. That'd be great. 3, 2, 3, 6 has been rolling the 3 and the 12, so that's close enough. Why not try again? All right, so dice are set, dice are out. There we go. 6, 3, 9. In the field, we don't even lose anything. That's a straight up $20 win, right? $20 win. 6, 3. There we go. We are $1,000 up. $1,000 up. I think that's a good session. I'm gonna bring everything down. You know what? We got to roll it out. Oh, geez, I don't want to roll it out. Oh, I'm not the shooter. Otherwise, I'd have something on the pass line. We'll put 44 inside. We'll just do this. Just note, I did make my money. All right. 3236. Dice route. Felt good. 628. There we are. 628. Let's put it in. 628. Make another $14. Let's go. 3-6 and there's a 3-2. All right, 3 V sets ready to go. Dice are out. Didn't like that throw. 6-2-8 still worked. If I wasn't recording this, people wouldn't believe it. This is just pretty wild. Look at this. Where are we at? 6-2-8. We have an SOR of 15.6. We've got 64 rolls and only 3 sevens. Just crazy. All right. That's defying all the math that works in this game. This is like the dream for craps players, right? Dream session. There we go. Dice are set. 617. Finally, I'm relieved, right? I'm